I just think it's funny to start recording even though we're not ready yet. Alright, so, hi.
Hello.
Back here with my awesome buddy Lilly Bee. We finally got to see like a legit horror movie.
On the other side of the door. I'm sorry, the other side of the door. Let's get it proper.
Yeah, it was quite a movie.
Definitely was.
God, I don't even know where to start with that one.
I would think, like, I don't think we actually let go of each other for more than, like,
Yeah,
minutes.
seriously, we were holding on to each other the whole movie.
That was great.
It was so bad, though, that we had to go get ice cream just to...
Enjoy the gummy bears.
just to relax. Oh, yeah, she got, like, this Batman one that has gummy bears all over it. But, yeah, so, if you haven't seen the super creepy previews for that movie, which even the previews don't really do it justice, because it is fucking creepy. Pardon my French.
It was intense.
Yeah. So, well, anyway, so the general story, just to give you a quick background if you haven't actually seen previews or read the description, whatever. There's a woman and a husband. They have 2 kids, and something has happened. I'm not going to give away too much because it's a really intense part. So I totally cried during this movie. Part of it made me bawl like a freaking baby. Basically, they lost one of their kids. I'm not going to tell you how because that's just like an intense. And the woman is given the chance to actually talk to her son to kind of say her goodbyes. So I just had this turned so far towards me.
Pretty one. Technically, you're the star of yours.
Shut up. Anyway, so yeah. And the one thing the lady that tells her about this tells her not to do is to not open the door when she's doing that. Because to set the scene, this is all taking place in India. So already it's got that, because we're not from there, it's kind of an oddness. So it's already a little bit off-putting because we're not used to that sort of atmosphere. So... But yeah, so she goes and she opens up the door, doing exactly what she's not supposed to, and needless to say, something follows her home, along with her son. That's all in the preview, though, so...
That's not really a bad thing. Well, I mean, if she'd actually listened, because she didn't say how long she had to keep the door shut.
I imagine it would have been until daylight.
Probably.
Until the kid was completely gone. But yeah. So, if you like jump scares, this movie definitely does it right. This movie had so many jump scares that scared the crap out of us that it had parts where you expected a jump scare and then there wasn't one, but you're still, like, hanging on for dear life.
Well, we can't really give much about the movie away. There's certain things I want to
Yeah.
give away.
Let's just say that there is a character that appears throughout the movie. Well, I don't know, wasn't that in the preview? Don't you see, like, clips of that character?
Clips of her.
There's a goddess of death that's kind of appearing here and there. So it really doesn't...
It doesn't...
You have to see it. Like, I would have to literally sit here and explain it for 10 minutes to really ruin the movie. But yeah, the goddess of death is... She's like the character... She's like Samara from The Ring meets the crackly-throated creature from The Grudge. You know, so those two together. She hasn't seen either of those, which is...
I'm sorry.
Insane. Yeah. So, yeah, the goddess of death was very well done. Oh, and then there's those guys. Oh, my God.
I'm kind of curious. Who eats the body of the dead?
I don't know.
I don't
know what those
really
guys
good.
were. They were pretty scary. They're these, you've probably seen them in the previews. I thought they were ghosty goos, but they were just so creepy. You probably saw the white-faced guys, and oh my God. They're like covered with the ash of the dead, and they like keep appearing throughout the movie, and it's just really freaky.
Well, the fact is, by them doing that they can see the dead. I mean...
I don't know.
Which is kind of good for them, to a degree.
But they were so freaking creepy, though.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God.
So badly. So plus side, no popcorn dropping this time. So yay!
Yeah, we ended up getting food right before the movie, so we didn't actually have any popcorn, which I was both happy and sad about because afterwards I really wanted popcorn.
Hence now ice cream.
Yeah, so we needed some kind of snack. I
But-
got the cheesecake fantasy. It's so good.
And go for Batman. They usually give you a ring. They did not have Batman rings, which makes me very
Yeah,
sad.
but they still give you a Wonder Woman ring.
Yeah, true. Very true. How nice.
Anyway, so one of the things I really liked about the movie was just the overall atmosphere. So you just have this very dark atmosphere. So like you have these moments that are just beautiful. Like, I mean, the beginning of it seemed like it was going to be just kind of a drama. It has like all the makings of a drama where someone has lost their child and they're dealing with grief and everything, and it has all of those elements. And then it gets terrifying and freaky and downright fucking disturbing. The end, oh my god. Some of those scenes near the end, those were disturbing.
I'm just kind of curious. How can you tell? Do you really know your child? In certain statements, like just like that.
Yeah. That part I did not expect it at all.
Well, that's why.
I know we're not going to tell you. We don't want to have to put a spoiler alert on
But I
there.
want to tell you. I so want to tell you.
Mm-mm.
She'll shun me. I know better.
You're not allowed. If you do, I have to like edit it out.
But it was really good. Can we do one little spoiler?
Hang on a second. Alright. Sorry. We just had to talk for a second and didn't want to risk any spoilers. You can talk though, Lily. I mean, you can... It's not that's not really anything that would give away the storyline at all.
Well, given the chance, in my opinion, I think the children were twins, and there was a
Yeah, because they never really tell you.
no, and
They never give you an idea of how old either one of the kids is. All you know is
the mom was
this was 6 years later. But you don't know 6 years later from what? From when she got pregnant, from after
Sure.
something happened.
But there's a certain degree where how do you get rid of a ghost or a poltergeist?
I don't even think it was that. It was like something completely different. It seemed like it was just your typical ghosty, but it was something else. So freaky.
Kind of insidious to meet something.
Maybe a little of that, yeah. And then of course I love meet Silly Poltergeist because the dog. Do you remember the? Oh my god, do you remember the dog from Poltergeist? Did you ever see the original Poltergeist? Are you kidding me?
I'm sorry.
Okay, so quick explanation. I'm going to explain to her why I'm reminded of that movie. So if any of you have ever seen the original Poltergeist movie, for one thing, it's really funny because during the movie, the parents do get high because, hey, this is like the 70s, I think it was, 80s maybe. I forget what time period that took place in, but one of the animal in the movie, the animal and the dog. So basically, the dog is one of the first creatures to kind of notice that there's something weird going on in Poltergeist.
Okay.
So the dog's like barking at the wall, and then the dog's like barking at this hole in the ceiling, and it's like bringing over a ball for it to be thrown, all this random stuff. So the dog is the first one to notice that there's actually something not right in the house when the poltergeist happens.
Okay.
I still can't believe you haven't seen the original. It's a classic.
I'm more of a zombie girl. than a
Yeah,
ghost girl.
I'm not a zombie person.
I am.
I just don't like the whole like, because have you ever seen the original Night of the Living Dead?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, like the original, like just the sounds.
It made me happy.
It's just gross because I can picture what it would, or I can think about what it'd feel like to have something like biting into me and ripping, and like,
Well,
bleh.
theoretically, with the human jaw, you can bite through. It just takes a while to pull.
It doesn't matter. I'm just in general, just the grossness of it. But
Sorry.
you need to see the movie May.
I think, is that the one that wants to make a friend?
What?
No, wrong one. Sorry.
She has a just to give you some idea of her. She has, well, it's got Elton in it. Oh my god, that was something funny. So the dad in this movie, for all of you who have seen the movie Clueless, if you remember the pompous ass named Elton, who was basically supposed to be Mr. Elton from Emma, because funny enough, Clueless is actually based on the book Emma by Jane Austen. You don't know what I'm talking about. Okay. Anyway, so he's actually in the movie. But, train of thought lost. But yeah, no, he was in this movie. He played the dad in this movie. What movie was I talking about a second ago?
May.
There we go. So he's also in May. May has this really awkward, very pale-faced girl. She's got this weird doll. So you have seen it. Do you remember the scene?
I've only seen part of it. Matt didn't want to continue watching it with me.
Really? Well, there's a scene that you'd probably like. So Elton creates a movie with possible spoiler alert for the movie May. There's a movie that he makes where a couple is like at a picnic or something, and they're like basically eating. They start like making out and stuff, but then suddenly they're like eating each other. So, I mean, I guess that doesn't really give away too much. That's just one particular thing, because what happens afterwards, I'm not giving that away.
We were sidetracked off the movie, though.
We did. I'm gonna have to do some creative editing.
So, the goddess is very unique. I mean, there's a moment where you see her face, and she's so beautiful.
Oh, you shouldn't give that away. Oh, yeah, well, that's not really giving away, just...
She's pretty.
She's
and
really...
then, oh my god.
She's a terrifying creature. She just appears all sorts of places, and... Yeah, again, The Ring, Samara meets the Grudge character.
Well, I'm thinking, what can you do with all those hands?
Stop it. We can edit this out, too.
Maybe she kidnaps souls.
Well, then you should look her up. But not right. You don't have to do it right now.
That's something totally I'll be doing later this evening.
Okay. All right, so let's wind down, because we are getting so off track, and a lot of this is probably going to get edited out because we got way off the freaking movie. So let's see. Jump scares, check. Creepy atmosphere, double check.
Soundtrack.
Oh my god, the music, and then this is the noises.
Beautiful altogether.
Oh yeah, the visuals were gorgeous, and even like, oh my god, now this doesn't give away anything either, but even when things like start dying,
It just makes me kind of sad, though.
yeah, but still just the way they did it. And then I love the there's like a babysitter woman, and she's the one who tells the lady where to go. So yeah,
Peaky.
but yeah, so I don't know. Survey says
I think it's definitely a 10.
I
Though
agree.
I think popcorn is required for the jumping.
Why, you want to spill more popcorn?
I don't know. It seems like a good idea.
Yeah. Well, as you can see, based on how long this whole video has been.
Hey.
Actually, you guys can't see that, but right now I'm pointing at the timer, which is at 14 minutes.
See?
Most of which you guys won't see, because we are going to do some. I'm going to do some editing.
These are mine, and those are hers.
But yeah, no. So definitely a 10 for us. We really enjoyed it. Yeah, we got our atmosphere, jump scares, definitely a lot of freaky creatures, and even though the end part of it at first seemed like it was going to be a little bit predictable, the way that they did it was unique.
It just makes me a little bit sad, but it's...
Oh yeah, no, that's the other thing, is like, you're spending half the time like bawling like a baby, the rest of it you're spending like terrified of this creature, of these guys that are basically painted head to toe in human freaking ash.
But the entire movie was a total, full-round, wonderful thing. If you are a horror junkie.
And you want to see something that's just definitely steps out of the box.
And guys, if you want to bring your girlfriends to this, definitely a movie where they'll be cuddling and jumping into
Oh
your
yeah,
lap.
she'll be holding on to you for dear life.
Oh, how's your hand, by the way?
Oh, you don't grab that hard. It's not like you were digging your nails in or anything like that.
What nails?
I know, right? We both like bite our nails. Yeah, it was, well, you know, it was definitely better than The Witch.
Oh, yeah. Note to self,
So-
avoid The Witch.
So if you'd like to hear us talk about how amazingly awful The Witch was, give us a thumbs up. If you want to see what movie we're going to check out next, because we are going to start making this a regular thing, give us a thumbs up. And definitely hit that subscribe button down below. I would put links up above us, but I haven't quite figured out how to do some of that stuff. I don't have any fancy editing software, unfortunately, at this time. And I don't know if I could properly use it at this time either.
But please like us.
Yeah, definitely give us
the
a
lovely
like.
Aubrey.